Hey ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Devon Brown here. Today, I'd like to share with you one of my secrets, even though it's not really a secret because I'm about to tell it to you, which means that I'm a shitty ass secret keeper, but whatever. Today, I want to share with you one of my secrets for being able to sell stuff for more money. And even though you're selling it for more money, you can sell more of it and make sales more easily. I hope that made sense. Let me kind of say it this way because I hope that made sense. So let's say you're offering product A, right? You're making an offer to people. This is offer A, and offer A sells for $50, okay? And this is offer B. And offer B is pretty much the exact same as offer A, but when you add this little secret to, I don't know if you gotta do that too. When you add this little secret to it, you can now sell offer B for $100 as opposed to $50, and you can sell more of offer B. So you can charge more and you can sell more, and people will gladly buy, and you'll probably even have a lower refund rate if you add this selling secret to what it is that you're selling. I hope all of that makes sense. The most amount of money that I have ever made in the shortest amount of time happened a couple of years ago. I was on a webinar. I was pitching on a webinar. And I want to say, I don't remember the exact number, but it was something like we did $60,000 in 1 hour. It's actually like $60,000 in like 42 minutes. Because the webinar wasn't very long. Like the presentation was actually kind of short. And out of like, I don't remember all the exact numbers, but like out of like 1,000 people on the webinar, we closed something like 600 of them at $100, and that was monthly. It was something crazy like that where I made like 60 grand in an hour, or less than an hour. And the reason I was able, it's the most amount of money I ever made in an hour. It's actually crazy to think about it. I was so awesome. I was like, oh, rich. But the reason I was able to do that was because of this secret thing, right? So you probably, if you can, my pen's always run out of ink. So this says, the more blank your offer is, the more easily you'll make money. Okay? And so what is this blank? What is this thing that if you do it, you'll be able to sell the same thing at more money, you'll be able to sell more of it, you'll be able to sell it more easily, and you'll probably have a lower refund rate. What is this thing? I'm going to write down the answer and then we're going to talk about it. All right? The answer is, if you can read my writing, specific. The more specific your offer is, the more money you can make and the more easily you can make it. So let me tell you exactly what I mean by this and exactly why specificity and what I like to call nichifying, I mean really drilling down into a niche, is so important. Okay? Let's pretend that you have an issue with your roof. Okay? There's a leak in your roof. And you're scrolling around online and trying to find somebody to fix it. And company 1 says house repairs. And company 2 says we fix leaky roofs. Who are you going to go with? If your specific problem is a leaky roof, who are you going to go with? You're going to go with the leaky roof person, even if they cost a little more. Why? Because they're talking specifically to you. Okay? Let's say you're in the fitness niche or the weight loss niche, and you want to help people lose weight. Okay? What do? I help people lose weight. Okay, that's cool and that's fair and that's good, but here's the reality. If you talk to a specific type of person who wants to lose weight, you will be able to sell the same information, right, for more money and sell more of it because you're more targeted, you're more nichified, okay? specifically, and I use this example all the time, as opposed to saying, I teach people how to lose weight, instead you focus on, I teach women who have just had a baby how to get rid of their baby weight. Make sense? So now, if you're a woman, right, and you see an ad online, and you just had a baby, and the ad says, one ad says, discover how to lose weight quickly, easily, and safely. And the other one says, discover how to lose that post-pregnancy weight quickly, easily, and safely. Which one are you going to buy? If someone is saying, hey, I am specifically talking to women who just had a baby, and you just had a baby, you're going to go with that person, even if it costs a little bit more. The reason that I was able to make $60,000 in 1 hour was because I was on a webinar for people. So I was selling, I don't want to say the name of the company, but at the time, some of you guys know I used to have a call center. And we used to call leads. We used to generate leads and call leads and close leads for people, right? And that's a really good, that's a sexy offer, right? Hey, do you want me to call and close leads for you? Okay, well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But what I did was I nichified it. I said, hey, if you are in this particular business opportunity, if you're in company X, then I will call leads for you and place them in your downline, but only if you're in company X. Here's what that did. That took a whole bunch of people who may be interested in my stuff who weren't in company X, and it kicked them out to the side. It said, no, this isn't for you. And all the people who were in company X, their ears perked up. And they said, holy crap, just for people in company X? Yes. And that's why I was able to close 60% of the people on the phone. Because I was talking specifically to one person, right? If you're in the fitness niche. So a lot of you guys know, I used to struggle with my weight. I have for my entire life, I have been underweight. I mean, well, not really now, but I used to be. And I always struggled. Like, I'm 6'2". And when I graduated from college, I was 137 pounds. Okay? I just couldn't gain weight. I was just a skinny guy. So when I was shopping online for learning how to gain weight and stuff, if one product said get fit and another one said the skinny guy's guide to building muscle, which one do you think I'm buying? The skinny guy's guide to building muscle. Even if it's 2, 3, 4 times more expensive. Why? Because he's talking to me. Your job is not to sell the entire world. Your job is to offer products and services that solve problems, which is what selling is. You're just offering solutions, you're solving problems. And the more specific type of person your offer solves a problem for, the more you can charge for it. Some of you guys may have seen my recent Facebook post. It started off, it said, if you're in programs like MOB, Digital Altitude, Empower Network, or any programs like that, listen up. What happened? Anybody who was in any of those programs or was familiar with those programs listened up, right? And those people were hyper responsive to what I was going to say. So if I have 100 people on my Facebook and only 10 of them even knew what those companies were, then those 10 are going to be hyper crazy responsive. The other 90 aren't going to listen to crap I have to say. And that's okay. You got to be willing to say, I'm not talking to you. But if you're in this 10%, you're who I'm talking to. And when you speak specifically to them, they're going to read everything. And they're going to be excited, and they're going to be more willing to buy because you're talking to them and to their specific needs. Be more specific with your offer. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Tara, does that make sense?
Completely.
Okay. So, one way you might do this is, let me just give you something practical and I'll leave you with this. One of the things that I do all the time, when I email my list, I know that there are entrepreneurs on my list who have WordPress, right? Who have their own blog, who have their own WordPress site, are familiar with WordPress. So let's pretend that I want to sell, like I go onto an affiliate platform like JVZoo or Warrior Plus or something, and let's say I'm promoting this new course on how to make money with WordPress, or I'm promoting a new WordPress plugin or something like that, right? What I want to do is I want to capture the attention of the people who already know what WordPress is and who already have a WordPress site. So when I'm emailing my list, in the subject line, it says, open if you have WordPress, or open if you use WordPress. And then in the body copy, it says, if you have a WordPress website, you have got to check this out, yada, 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 yada. Well, only 1 out of every 10 people on my list use WordPress. Okay, 90% of people off the bat aren't listening. But those 10% who are listening are now hyper engaged and hyper responsive. And I can sell more of that product for more money to a higher percentage of those engaged people, because I'm speaking specifically to them. I hope that makes sense. Do that in your marketing. Okay? And it's a really simple thing I do with my open if you use WordPress, right? Open if you have Aweber. Open if you have GetResponse. Open if you're in Empower Network, Mober, Digital Altitude. Open if you insert something specific here. Talk to people specifically, solve their specific needs, and you'll be able to make more money more easily. All right? That's all I've got. Like this video, comment on it, share it. I hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.